was like I was seeing a ghost. Like every trigger I've ever pulled.
Welcome to a Big Show Entertainment Network special event. Super Dave Raines and the Big Show on location at Regal Cinema, United Artists, Colorado Center 9 and IMAX, and beautiful Denver, Colorado. And we are back. I know you missed me. I've been gone for a little bit, but it was the natural break that we take for Super Dave Raines and the Big Show. But we're here for the stretch run.
It's kind of the natural break that they take in Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a stretch where you don't get a whole lot of great movies, but
Exactly.
There's filler movies.
Exactly. So we're here all the way through, I think, January. So it's a very, very busy
just
schedule.
about every week.
Just about every week. So we're going to start tonight with Gemini Man. Of course, I'm joined by Dustin James of Generally Nerdy on Big Show Entertainment Network, and Gemini Man starring Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
I forgot she was in this.
Yeah, Will Smith and Clive Owen.
That's right.
So it's a movie about a hitman that faces off against his younger self.
Right.
So let's get right into it. Dustin, I'm going to ask you, what is Will Smith's best movie?
Best movie?
Yeah, in your humble opinion.
Oh, man, that's a tough question. I don't know. I'm really partial to I Am Legend. He was kind of amazing in that.
Okay.
But I also really love the first Men in Black movie. He's pretty amazing in that as well. So, but then you've got things like 7 Pounds and Hancock. He's if I had to choose, gun to my head, if I had to choose one, I Am Legend. I Am Legend. I think that's the one I would go with, is I Am Legend.
All right. I had both of those down. I had Men in Black and I Am Legend. I'm gonna go with Men in Black as my favorite Will Smith movie. Where would you place Will Smith among the list of best male action actors? Where would you put him?
I would put him in the realm, he's definitely a leading man. That's without question. But as far as comparisons to other actors, he's not Brad Pitt, but I don't think he wants to be. You know what I mean? My upper echelon of actors would probably be Brad Pitt, Ed Norton, Anthony Hopkins.
Action guys.
Oh, action guys? Oh,
yeah,
definitely.
Action.
Easy, totally. He's right up there with anything that Stallone or any of those guys would have done back in the day. But he's got better acting chops than those guys do. Stallone, I could make the argument that maybe he's not quite as good as Stallone when it comes to acting, but only sometimes. By and large, Will Smith would be a better actor than Stallone. And I feel like he chooses better roles as far as action movies go. I feel like he's more effective. But I'm not a huge Stallone fan. So.
Right. I think Will has more range. But,
for sure.
I guess, the number one guy in the world is definitely Dwayne The Rock Johnson right now, as far as
action draw and
action actors.
Yeah, as far as draw and people are going to pay more money to see The Rock than they are Will Smith. I without a doubt, I have no question about that. But as far as acting ability, I think Will Smith blows The Rock out of the water.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy. I do too. And I don't want to forget Tom Cruise too. Tom, the hardest working man in Hollywood.
Right.
He's amazing. And then my man Eddie Murphy used to be the number one male actor in the world. 48 Hours.
Oh, I guess Beverly he did do. He had a string of action movies. That's right.
He was awesome.
That's right.
So he's going to be back on Netflix with Dolomite.
Yeah, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that.
2 seconds.
Yeah. So let's get into some stats. Will Smith is the only actor to have 8 consecutive films gross over $100 million in domestic box office. He's had 11 consecutive films gross over $150 million internationally.
Oh my lord.
And 8 consecutive films which he starred opened at number 1 spot in the domestic box office tally. So he holds some big records, and I wanted to point that out because I'm sure that everyone doesn't know that.
Well, and there's something too. I remember hearing him talking in an interview once when he was early in his film career, there was a question of, well, what kind of movies am I going to do? What kind of an actor am I going to be? And he conscientiously made the decision, because he looked at the previous 40 years of film before he started acting. It was like, what are all the number one movies? E.T., Alien, all of these science fiction movies. So he very consciously decided, I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be the guy that they go to when they need an action star who can also act. And he knows the kind of movies that are going to be huge. Although he did turn down The Matrix.
Yeah, he did turn it down.
He knows the kind of. And there's the way the Wachowskis sold it to him kind of makes sense why he turned it down. So I can see that. Right. But it's very conscious. He's doing that on purpose. Like, he's trying for that record.
Yeah, and speaking of Matrix, we have some news on Matrix. The guy that plays Black Manta,
yes,
and Aquaman has signed on to star in the Matrix reboot.
I can't remember how to pronounce his last name. He's going to be in the Matrix reboot. I actually was going to be covering that in tomorrow's episode of Nerd News Headlines. So yeah,
exactly. So I want to get into some housekeeping now.
Yeah,
I want to talk about
our sponsor.
Our sponsor. Regal Unlimited, and I've had some chance to read up on this. I just got it last week, and it's pretty awesome.
Yep.
So you've got Regal Unlimited. It's like $18 a month, and you have access to most movies, and then you have Regal Unlimited Plus, which gives you a lot more access to more theaters.
And that's the 21 or something, right?
That's like 21. Yeah. But the one you really want, and the one I'm going to get, is Regal Unlimited All Access. It's like $23 a month, and you can watch movies at any property in the United States.
Oh, wow.
And it's completely unlimited.
Knocks the IMAX tickets down to like $8, right?
Yeah, about $7.
There you go, yeah.
So the only kind of catch is it is a yearly subscription. You have to sign up for a year. You must be at least 16 to sign up. But folks, you can watch unlimited movies like all day. Remember when we were kids and we snuck into movies?
But now you don't got to sneak. You've already paid for it.
Yeah, you've already paid for it. So the thing is, Dustin, you're right. You have to pay a little bit more for IMAX and 3D. It's only a couple bucks more. It's really nothing.
When you compare it to what you're getting out of this, it's really nothing.
Really, exactly. So, and then you can watch unlimited movies all day. You have to wait 90 minutes between movies, but this is a really great deal. So, Regal Unlimited, and you want to be like Super Dave Raines and go for the all access, folks.
Yeah,
it's the premium. So. Also, we've got our contest. We've on
two contests
we've got going on. So on Big Show Entertainment Network, Ben, our YouTube channel. Now we have 2 YouTube channels, and I'll get into that sometime later. But we're growing.
Yeah,
we're going to be giving away a PlayStation 4 Pro.
PS4 Pro. That's the big dog. That's the one that has all of the 60 frames per second and 4K and all of that jazz. That's the one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's real easy to get into the contest. All you have to do is go to Big Show Entertainment Network, BEN for short, YouTube channel, click subscribe, and then hit the bell icon, and you're automatically in that contest and any other contest that we have. So once we hit 1,000, and we're moving up, I watched the numbers.
Yeah.
Once we hit 1,000, we're going to give away that PlayStation Pro 4, and then we'll do it again for the next 1,000.
Right.
We'll give away another one. But
maybe make it an Xbox next time.
Yeah, we'll make it an Xbox next time, because I know you guys really love Xbox, and I get it. Okay.
Well, and anyone who watches the Generally Nerdy streams, we're Xbox players. So
yeah. Next time we'll give away an Xbox. So the contest that I'm super excited about,
the Star Wars one.
Oh yeah, baby. So hey, it's within 90 days. So it's Star Wars Mania is starting to creep
really
up on
rolling
us.
Up.
Yeah, it's rolling up on us now. So we're on ticket alert right now. So I just asked Brooke at the concession stand. I said, "Hey, any news on when the tickets might go on sale?" She's like, "I haven't heard anything." So I've got my best detective team. I've got my best Inspector Gadget, Inspector Clouseau, trying to find out when those Star Wars Rise of Skywalker tickets will go on sale. So as soon as they do, you'll get an alert. A squadron, well, that squadron alert's on Ben After Dark, but you'll get an alert on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show Facebook page and our Big Show Entertainment Network Instagram, our Twitter, all our socials, letting you know that those tickets are available.
And as we get more trailers and things about the movie, the trailers will go up on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show Facebook page. And then if you want to go over to the Generally Nerdy page, we will be doing reactions and breakdowns to everything that comes out up until Star Wars comes out. So join us for all of the Star Wars mania.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to have a really big show for that, the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. I think it comes out on like the 18th or 19th of December, right before my birthday. And we're going to have Reading Reagan on the show. You remember her from
Captain
Avengers.
Marvel and Avengers.
Yeah, exactly. Spider-Man. My man, Nate, comic book Nate Kowalski is going to be on the show. And Dustin will be on the show
for
from
sure.
Generally Nerdy.
Sure.
I'll be here. Chase. We're going to have a big crowd. We're going to invite everybody to watch the movie with us. But I'm going to get to the big payoff here. We're going to give away on the night of Star Wars, The Rise of Skywalker, we're going to give away 3 FX lightsabers. So definitely subscribe.
That is
to
blue, green, and red for everyone who's keeping track at home.
And like I said, all you got to do is subscribe to the YouTube channel, Big Show Entertainment Network, Ben for short, and you're automatically in that contest. You know, that's really big.
Yeah.
I want to go to the Star Wars experience down in Orlando, because they have a class. I was talking to Ben.
A lightsaber class?
Or Brad, excuse me.
Right.
Yeah, they have a lightsaber class. You know, $200 you can design.
You get to
build your own
Mm-hmm.
lightsaber. So I have relatives down there close to Orlando. So when I get down there, I'm definitely going to go to that.
To be fair though, all you got to do is go to a Comic-Con and there's like 3 different booths that build you a pretty high quality metal. It's not officially licensed, so therein lies the difference.
Well, I want officially licensed,
there you go.
Dustin, and I want to fly the Millennium Falcon.
That I think is one of the bigger draws.
Yeah, so definitely I want to go down to Star Wars experience down in Orlando. But that is our pre-show for Gemini Man, and we're getting ready to check this movie out for you. It's shot in 120 frames per second.
Which that's an interesting choice.
It's a very interesting choice. Actually, there's only one theater in the state of Colorado that's
showing it in 120?
Yes.
Is it this theater?
No.
I was going to say, man, that would be... Because, so, the reason you would do that there's a lot of limitations that puts on you, but that also gives you a lot of flexibility as far as what you're seeing on screen. So it's a really interesting thing. There's a lot of lights involved when you're shooting at 120 frames a second.
Most movies are what? 24,
more
30?
It's 23.976 is the proper frame code for most cinematic movies.
Right.
The Lord of the Rings movies were shot in 54 frames a second.
Right.
And television is shot at 30 frames a second on average. So that's a super high frame rate. Usually sporting events are shot at 60 because you see the action better is how people perceive it. So 120 is that's like borderline imperceptible frame rate.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why we're going to see it tonight on IMAX, because I believe that this particular movie demands it. So after the movie, you'll catch my lightning reaction, or our lightning reaction. And then that will go up on our social media sites immediately after the movie. And then tomorrow you'll get my written review on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show Facebook page as we race to the end of the year and into 2020. The movie slate for us is jam-packed. Next week we'll be here for Maleficent.
Yep.
And then we get into November where we've got Frozen 2 and we've got the movie about with Tom Hanks about Mr. Rogers.
Oh, so something that, neighbor. I can't remember.
Exactly. So it's going to be a really busy fall, winter.
Yeah.
But the big one is Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I want to thank Hannah Whitson at Regal headquarters in Knoxville, Tennessee.
Right.
I want to thank Brad Beckelheimer, the general manager here at Regal Cinemas, United Artists, Colorado Center 9, and IMAX for having us here. We really love it here. It's like our home. So definitely come on in and join us, watch movies with us.
Yeah, for sure. Every big premiere, we're here doing it. So
yeah, exactly.
Join us down here.
And I want to thank Brad's entire team. They're fantastic. This is a beautiful venue to catch a movie.
For sure.
So we'll see you after the show. Don't forget Regal Unlimited. You want the all access because that's what Super Dave Raines has. So we'll see you after the show and with our reaction.
Yeah.
On Gemini Man.
Cool.
How'd he start you? Hunting birds, rabbit? I'm guessing 19, 20 years old, the first time he ordered you to shoot a person. 25 years ago, he took my blood. He made you from me. He's been lying to you the whole time. He told you you were an orphan. And of all the people in the world to come after me, why would he send you? Because I'm the best. You are obviously not the best. You're just trying to rattle me. I'm trying to save you! You made a choice to do this to me. The whole point of this thing was to give you all of Henry's gifts without his pain. I don't want to shoot you! Mind if I shoot you?
Henry, has this ever happened to you before? Your own government trying to kill you?
Nah, that's new. Everything that we've worked for is at stake.
I am just an icon living.
He has to die. He's your darkness. You had to walk through this on your own. I love you, Junior.
I am just an icon living.
Look what we created. You were the inspiration for all of this. Why not just make a whole army full of them? Why not? You should be flattered. You should be dead.
I am just an icon living.
This has to be stopped. Because what if somebody actually knew what we really are?
I think I know why he's as good as you. He is you.
What is so special about Gemini Man is at the center of it, you have two characters played by one person across generations.
You're looking at Will, who's looking at his younger self. That's a phenomenal experience for an audience.
I play both 50-year-old Henry and 23-year-old Junior, who's sent to kill him.
The concept of a man being chased by himself, that's a really compelling idea for a story. Thanks to the technology, now it's possible.
Creating a digital human is one of the hardest things you can do in visual effects. This is not de-aging. This is not face replacement. But what you see for Junior is a completely digital creation, 100% driven by Will Smith's performance capture.
It's his performance, it's his emotion, it's his ability as an actor to create this really rich performance and then play off of himself.
I couldn't have played Junior at 23 years old, but now I'm able to understand and capture both characters because of the amount of experience that I've had as an actor.
The technology we're inventing is something Ang has been wanting to do for a long time. He's making a leap forward that no other director has even tried to do.
When you see the two Will Smith, well, that's something we never experienced before.
This technology is going to change how movies are made and how movies are seen.
Yo, that was beyond anything I even imagined, old Will. Old Will, you got skills. That's hot. Oh, and say that a lot. Like, as the older me, say that's hot. Say that's hot a lot. That's it, yo. Cut that, son.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? This is your man, Super Dave Raines, from Super Dave Raines and the Big Show, and we are here on the premiere night, North American premiere night for Gemini Man with your lightning reaction. So, I'm here with Dustin James from Generally Nerdy.
Yes.
What did you think out of 5 B?
5 bee stings?
Yeah, 5 bee stings? Or beast... yeah, bee venom darts.
Okay, there you go. There you go. I would say it's a 4. I would say it's a 4.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say 3.5. But I could change my mind. You will get my written review tomorrow on the Super Dave Raines and the Big Show Facebook page. So I thought the movie was good, but there's some things about it visually that kind of threw me off.
Right.
As you know, the movie shot at 120 frames per second. And we did see it on IMAX. We saw it on the largest IMAX screen in the state of Colorado, but the setup was not for 120 frames.
I don't know if that would have saved the issues that some of the technical issues that I had with the movie, though. I feel like the 120 frames, while an interesting choice, and in some of those scenes definitely paid off, not exactly the best choice to have made.
Well, I mean, and we were in extended discussion here.
Yeah, we're definitely over the minute mark.
We're over the minute mark and past the lightning review. So we're going to talk a little bit extended. Still no spoilers. I think the thing is, with this movie, this is an old script. Gemini Man is an old script.
Yeah.
The script's been around, floating around Hollywood.
Since the 90s, right?
Yeah, since about 92.
Wow.
So it was, a Jerry Bruckheimer movie. To me, I mean, I liked the story. I thought the first 2/3 of the movie really had me. And, the motorcycle chase was great.
Awesome. Was
awesome.
Really good.
I still feel like the movie feels dated to me.
I can kind of see that. Like you before we started rolling, you had mentioned The Rock. You mentioned a couple other Bruckheimer movies, and it was like, yeah, I can see that because you have this. It's a
Bad Boys.
Jerry Bruckheimer. Yeah, it's a Jerry Bruckheimer formula movie, and we haven't really seen that much since the 90s. So that might be part of why it feels that way. But also, we also haven't seen a movie like this, not just the Bruckheimer element, but the scope of an action movie like this hasn't quite been the same. Like, the closest we get is those Fast and Furious movies, and that's more about the spectacle than the story. And this one's more about the story than the spectacle.
Yeah, I agree. They had David Benioff from Game of Thrones,
right?
One of the writers with the story, and I can't remember the other guy. They have some really good writers. I enjoyed it. I guess at the end I felt like, okay, this is, I'm a Will Smith fan.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good movie. I'm not sure it's a great movie.
No, I don't think it was a great movie. I feel like it aspired to greatness. It just didn't quite make that.
Right. And I think the reason they made this movie now is they finally have the technology to do it, because we saw a little bit of what the future of, movie making is going to be going forward. with this movie. So that was pretty nice. Although I think early on with the technology, we're talking about the de-aging technology. I thought it looked better early in the film.
So this was a little bit different, though. This was a little bit different, though, than regular de-aging. Because regular de-aging would have had Will Smith in that role, doing the physicality of that as well. What they did, and this is just me, what I saw in the movie, what they did was they completely recreated his head. Whereas, so it wasn't de-aging, it was a completely CG character.
That's what
that
threw
face
me
was
off.
completely CG.
Yeah,
that's why it felt a little weird. It wasn't de-aging. It was Will Smith did the voice acting, and I'm sure they did some sort of facial capture while he was doing the voice acting, and then whoever was the physical body did the acting on set rather.
Right.
And so they had to kind of marry those two performances. So instead of putting Will Smith's head, like doing what was that Wayans Brothers movie where they had the Little Man, I think is what they called it, where it was Marlon Wayans' head on like a midget body on a little person body. My bad. So
politically correct.
Yeah. So instead of doing that, they completely recreated his head in a computer, and that again at times worked, but very rarely could you not tell that was a computer generated face. And then the other side, while we're on technical stuff, you brought up the 120 frames. I feel so. The one scene that really sticks out in my head that did not work specifically because of the 120 frames a second was the dock when they left early morning off of that dock. When they shot that, you can see the position of the sun is in such a way that it's obviously not first thing in the morning.
Right.
But because they're at such a high frame rate, they need a lot more light. So all they did was not give you that extra light. They just let it be natural light, and so it looks like it might have been dusk, but all of the lighting's wrong. They're wincing back and forth with each other. It's supposed to be like 5 o'clock in the morning where the sun's just barely starting to rise, but they're like this, like they can't see because the sun was actually too bright on set. So like that really didn't pay off at that point. And that was one of the things that really took me out.
Yeah. And I would agree with that. I think those are the things that made me feel weird watching this. The CGI I don't think was crisp.
Right.
And it was just those little subtle things like, ooh, it just bugged me.
The movement of his lips always threw me off.
It was kind of threw me off. It wasn't natural. And it distracted me from watching the movie and trying to pay attention to the story. It's kind of like, I don't know. How can I explain it?
It just pulls you out. There's no other way to say it.
It's like I'm at dinner with a beautiful woman and she goes to the restroom, she comes back and she blew her nose and
it's just there the whole time.
Hey, what am I gonna do here? But anyway, I digress. It just didn't feel right at times.
Right.
I really was getting into the early part of the movie and into
there was a lot more development on Will Smith's character than I anticipated. I really thought we were going to jump right into it, and that's not what we did. And it was great. I'm not complaining. It was definitely a good choice to give us more character development with Will Smith's character before we jumped into all the crazy, instead of just what I was expecting, where we were going to jump right into the crazy. So
and I thought they did that fine. It was good. That's good storytelling.
It was really good storytelling. Really, really good storytelling. Like I said, it aspired to greatness. It just fell short.
Right. And, look, go see the movie. See the movie on the biggest screen that you can.
Absolutely.
Of course, we're here at Regal Cinema, United Artists, Colorado Center 9 in IMAX here in beautiful Denver, Colorado. I think there's only one theater in the entire state that can show this movie in 120 frames per second. But if you can't get to Flatirons, come here to Regal Cinema. It's right at Colorado and I-25, right next to Dave and Buster's, and see it in IMAX. I think it's very important that you see this movie on the biggest screen possible.
Whenever you can.
Whenever you can.
See every movie in IMAX. Just that larger format is so awesome.
Yeah, it really is. So Before we get out of here, I want to remind everybody, Regal Unlimited. So I'm going to have a little bit more about this on Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show Facebook page. But basically, you can get the Unlimited Plus, and then All Access. I think it's like 18, 21, and 23. If you get the Regal Unlimited All Access, which I'm going to get, you can see as many movies as you want in a year at any of the Regal cinemas across the United States.
And that's, we got to do the sign off. We got 20 seconds.
Yeah. Oh, hey, thanks everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Super Dave Reigns and the Big Show. For Dustin James from Generally Nerdy, of course, you know I'm Super Dave Reigns. And until next time, own the love.